What's going on, everybody? Dialerix TV back with another video, and man, I tell you, this whole quarantine thing and NBA lockdown thing, it hasn't really gave us much to talk about when it comes to sports. So I would like to talk about NBA storylines that I believe would have saved the NBA ratings this season and made the NBA more popular than the NFL in any sport that's out right now. Now, it's no secret, people, that the NBA is about phenomenal storylines, entertainment, theater, great performances, triumph, redemption, okay? The Bulls with Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and Shaq era, the Heat super team, the Celtics super team, the Warriors great run. It's about great storylines, people. Drama. Well, I'll say the last 2 years, the best storyline as of recent, other than LeBron James going to the Miami Heat, was Kevin Durant joining the Golden State Warriors. I would like to give you guys my storylines that I believe would have made the NBA more entertaining and more intriguing, okay? First, let's start off with Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant returning to OKC, the reunion. Now, this news right here would have been major news and shocked America, because for years I've told my pops when LeBron James went to Miami, I said he will go back to Cleveland because it was a great storyline, by the way. Shout out to the NBA for that, but it made sense because LeBron James became the villain, and this is when I was the super LeBron James fan because I enjoyed the villain role. I embraced the villain role, which is why I enjoy it so much, why I enjoy LeBron James in Miami, because they pray, that the villain lose, and that was the case with LeBron James. And as I told my dad, people love you, then they hate you, then they love you all over again. That's just how it works in this world, in this society. I think this would have been the case with Kevin Durant, his decision to join the Golden State Warriors 73-9 team, and that's why I say super teams are great for the NBA because they are the villains. People want to see them get defeated. The 73-9 team was this negative narrative that the media told the masses to run with, but in all actuality, they were just upset because he stood in LeBron James' way of winning another finals, okay? But the perception of Kevin Durant was he was a cupcake, he was soft, and obviously Kevin Durant cares about what people think about him, whether he chooses to admit it or not. But the storyline makes the most sense because Westbrook has been knocked out of the first round in the playoffs every season since KD left. So perception-wise, it makes it seem like Westbrook can't win without Kevin Durant. The media wouldn't have been as critical of him, and the fans of OKC would have appreciated him and accepted him being back, and they would have understood if he left a second time. So now you have to change that perception. I believe Kevin Durant, in my opinion, is moving too fast, and not creating a legacy that's somewhat natural. LeBron James went back home and then he went to Los Angeles to ride off in the sunset. To me, Kevin Durant should have went back to OKC, won with Russell Westbrook, who everyone loves, finish what you started. And just imagine if you could have rematched the Golden State Warriors possibly in the Western Conference Finals and just got redemption or got revenge. This would have made people forgive him about leaving and joining the Golden State Warriors, his rival. They would still count those rings, but that one ring would mean twice as much as those 2 rings that you have. People will love you all over again. See, OKC was really like Kevin Durant's home. This is practically where you grew up from, like when you was a teenager. The next storyline, which is number 2 on my list, Kawhi Leonard to the Lakers. Now, this storyline would have been absolutely amazing because this would have made the Lakers the villains, the top team to beat. Basketball heads would have been so upset at Kawhi Leonard for deciding to join LeBron James and Anthony Davis. And people say that, oh, I'm happy Kawhi Leonard went to the Clippers. There's going to be this much competition. I told you guys that this whole trying to spread out and it's going to be competition, it's about storylines. They would have been so upset about Kawhi Leonard teaming up with LeBron James and Anthony Davis that, everybody would want to see them get beat. So much that they would have wanted every team to beat them every night. The Lakers would have got twice as much as the hate as they're getting now. I'm of the belief of super teams. I think they helped the league, not hurt the league. This would have increased the NBA ratings and they would have definitely skyrocketed. Third on the list, Bradley Beal to the Miami Heat. Bradley Beal is one of the best scorers in the game right now. Unbelievable. In these last years of Pat Riley era, adding Bradley Beal to Jimmy Butler, Andre Iguodala would have just been phenomenal, especially if they could have kept Goran Dragic. This would have enhanced the competition in the East. 4, Kyrie Irving to the Knicks. It's just this simple. Kyrie Irving is a box office attraction, sensational ball handling skills. The Nets are great. Majority of the NBA fans in New York are Knicks fans, and it will always be a Knicks town. You know, Kyrie's crossover moves and style is just tailor-made for the Garden. It just makes sense from a marketing standpoint and a business perspective. And then 5 on the list, the New York Knicks should have got the first pick. They should have got the first pick. Pelicans mysteriously got the first round pick. That first round pick should have went to the New York Knicks. You know, the New York Knicks is clearly desperate for a superstar, and I don't think RJ Barrett is going to ever be a superstar in my opinion. I think Kyrie and Zion would have fit because it would have been similar to the Kyrie and LeBron James duo. It does seem that Kyrie Irving doesn't get along with the younger players, but Zion is so far ahead of these younger players, and not to mention this man is nearly unstoppable in NBA 2K. But I think because New York is such a big market and you mix Zion and Kyrie Irving together, your NBA ratings would have definitely skyrocketed through the roof. You know, Zion already stated how he doesn't want to compete in a dunk contest, but could you just imagine if he would have decided to say, hey, I'm going to compete in a dunk contest, right? And if they ever brought that to the Garden, I'm telling you, Spike Lee would have bought his season tickets back. He would have got his season tickets back and been right back to sitting courtside for every season game. So I think this would have been a match made in heaven, and being as though they are in the East, they would have easily made it to the playoffs. As much as the NBA is trying to force the masses to support the Pelicans, the name alone, I do not like the name Pelicans. It's just branded incorrectly. No man wants to call himself a Pelican. Nobody fears a bird, okay? Change the name. But it's simple as that. Big market, big views, and then you include that with social media. Number 6, Kevin Love to the Boston Celtics. The Celtics are a really great team, but I truly believe they are missing a star who could really score, who could really stretch the floor at the 4 position. Adding another weapon like Kevin Love, who is a former finals champion, him and Kemba Walker would be 2 stars that would give the Celtics balance. Lastly, number 7, Paul George gets traded to the Celtics as well. So that would be Kemba Walker, Paul George, and Kevin Love, which would have been a great combination, and the rest of the pieces would have just fell in line in my opinion. But for the most part, these premier announcements would have shocked America, and the announcements alone would have garnered so much attraction, which equals ratings, large ratings. But I think Danny Green could have went to the Houston Rockets. Brooklyn stays the same with the D-Lo and the younger team. Al Horford go to Indiana with Victor Oladipo. You know, I truly believe that once the NBA returns, it's still not going to be the same even when the players return back from injury. I think people still have a sour taste in their mouth. I love the Lakers, but I'm not biased. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all get in that comment box, like, share, subscribe. I'm out.